Yeah, you
That
said
was
3, 2, 1, and your computer was like, nope, nope, not
Yeah, my
today,
computer
boss.
said, fuck you, Japanameer, not today. Anyway, so this is shooting the shit, but it's like an offshoot. So this is more like watching that shit, you know?
Yeah.
So that's what we're doing. So you got me and Frost here today, and we are going to talk to you guys about movies and TV shows and animes, some of which you guys will request to us. And we're going to give you our honest opinion on what we think about it.
Let's give everybody our scaling between
Yeah,
1 to 5. So
let's do
1
that.
is like do your chores instead of watching this movie.
Exactly. 2 would be like watch if you have nothing else going on. 3 is like it's not a life-changing movie, but I mean it's an okay movie. 4 is
4 is like
definitely
list
what I
and
just
watch it.
said.
Yeah, put it
List
on
and
the list to
watch it.
watch it.
So definitely give it a 4 out of 5, and 5 stars is watch it immediately or die.
Like
Or should I say
a painful death.
a
Slow
painful
painful
one?
death.
Yeah, like because what are you doing? Definitely watch that. But yeah, got it. So today we're gonna talk about that new movie that Netflix just came out with Jamie Foxx called Day Shift. So yeah. So Frost, you want to take the first part? Like, you want to tell us what Day Shift's about?
Day Shift is about a guy that is a pool cleaner, but in actuality, he is a vampire hunter. And his family does not know that he's a vampire hunter. So during the day or during the night, depending on whenever he spots a vampire or somebody he suspects of being a vampire, he attempts to kill them and take their fangs. And what he does with those fangs, he actually sells them for money. Then before the story starts, he did some horrible shit and he got kicked out of that league. And he needs to go there to get the highest prices for the fangs.
Yeah, I mean, I really like that part. Like, I think the story in that brings us to point one, the story. So I would say the story for us, or for me at least, I thought it was a very concise story. I thought it moved from point A to point B very thoroughly. There wasn't too many parts where I was confused as to what was going on. And I felt, like I said, I just feel like it was very smooth. I like the idea of him being kind of like a disgraced hunter in a sense, but like was still kind of finding his own way around, like still had his own system for how to do things. How did you feel about the family dynamic with Jamie Foxx playing that character?
I didn't like how it was just the whole stereotypical black family broken up at first. Like, hey, single mom, single dad, they're co-parenting, but they're not living together in a home, which is the whole stereotypical black family being broken up thing. I didn't like that aspect of the movie.
That's fair. I think that's fair. I think there's probably going to be a lot of people who would feel that same way. To me personally, it didn't bother me too much. I think it makes sense given the context of the story, you know, but I do think that like there is a little bit of that racial aspect in it. There is a little bit of that stereotype. But yeah, so what did you think of the characters? Did you think the characters were pretty fleshed out?
All the characters gave me super realistic vibes except for Snoop. Snoop was just fucking. He was a badass
Yo,
regardless.
Snoop, let me, yo, when Snoop showed up, when I first saw Snoop in that shit, I was like, ain't no fucking way. Like, as soon as he was getting out the car, I was like, that's Snoop. I was like, ain't no fucking way. Ain't no way. And then it brought me back to this other movie. I don't know if you've seen it. It's called Bones. Have you seen Bones?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's the movie where he plays like a bad guy who's all like supernatural and shit, and they get stuck in the house. He did great at that. But anyway, I thought his character was great, actually. I loved it. The black cowboy, that shit was dope. That shit, to see his long locks, that shit just, I was cheesing hard seeing him on there.
Snoop was the shit from beginning to end.
Yeah, it was flawless. Like, it was just like, he was Snoop as a vampire hunter. Like, that's who he was. Like, it wasn't anything else. Jamie Foxx's character I thought was pretty interesting. I liked how he was very lighthearted, but still serious all at the same time. And I think that's a pretty good combination of a person. Like, he felt so real. He felt like a real dad trying to provide for his family, but at the same time, like, understands his current situation. Like, I thought it was really great. The little girl, she was okay. Like, I mean, like, she didn't really do that great. I mean,
I think the greatest actor out of all of that was Jamie Foxx's his sidekick.
Oh, his sidekick? Oh, what's his name?
I can't think of his name.
I can't think of his name, but he is the younger brother of another actor. But yeah, no, he did great. He was hilarious.
He played the whole bookworm office behind the desk guy part to the T. Being terrified, peed himself a few times, etc. Like,
yo, that the theme that they kept with that going on, I thought that was really good too. They did a really good job, and the character development was on point. I'm not going to give any more spoilers because we've given a lot, so we're not going to give any more spoilers. But the character development, you guys, was insane. Like characters really just progressed. Like every character got better. Even Jamie's character, even Jamie Foxx's character as a static kind of character, even he had some moments of like, oh, he's growing. You know, so that was pretty cool. But yeah, what'd you think about the fight scenes? I thought the fight scenes were pretty amazing.
Yeah, like the choreographed fights were amazing.
Those are really good. What about that first one? That first one with the old lady?
Oh, and the contortion artists, they are phenomenal. Like the whole, if you guys have ever seen The Ring or like Insidious or anything like that, where they just like put their arms over their shoulders and crawl backwards and like that without as much like dinging and noise, it was, oh my goodness, it was.
Yeah. No, I thought so. I thought so much. Like whenever I watch, even if it's an action comedy or anything involving something supernatural, the first thing I always look for is how good are these fight scenes. I really care about that. That will make or break the movie for me. All that other stuff, the story could have been great, but if your fight scenes are just ass, like I'd be taken out of it. And I have to say, this one really delivered. Also, it was cool to see Jamie Foxx in some fight scenes. Like I think he might have done some of that stuff. Like his own stunts, I think a couple, because the way they shot it, they like his face was in a lot of it, so it'd be kind of hard to kind of like do that and then have to edit that in post. I think that would take too much time. But yeah, I thought he did really great. Yeah, even the fight scenes with the vampires and like you mentioned, you have like superpowered vampires and stuff like that. They got that whole tiering system. But yeah, overall, for me personally, though, I guess that brings us to the final part of this, where we give you guys the review. So I would say, on a scale of 1 to 5, I would give it a 4. Me, honestly, I think it was definitely something that you should put on a watch list and definitely watch for sure. So that wraps it up right there. Thank you guys for tuning in with us. Very short segment. We're going to be doing this every single Friday. You guys will see a review from me and Frost, and sometimes our friend Jordan might jump in with us. So maybe Franz, possibly. He's always doing Secret Service stuff. We gotta be careful with that. We can't keep putting. He's an assassin. His name's not really Franz. But all right. So that's from us, from shooting the shit, or should I say, watching that shit. We'll catch y'all later.
Peace.
Quick submission.
Okay.
Anyone can get it. Pull up with his Addy. Remember hopping out of Civics. I'm just chilling. Look, give a fuck about it.